Let's take a look at systems of linear equations with two equations, two variables, and we're going to do it by graphing. So we want to solve this. So we got y is equal to 3x minus 3, and y is equal to 5x minus 7. By hand, I really don't like this technique, because it's you try to visually spot it. I mean, you can double check it by plugging in your answer, but still it just seems a very imprecise way when you could use substitution or elimination. On the calculator, though, it's not too bad. And let's take a look at it. I'm going to press my y equals clear to clear out what's on y1. And I'm going to put my first equation on y1. So we've got 3x minus 3. And now down arrow to y2, and I'll put my second equation there, 5x minus 7. This method only works if you have it solved for y, so if your equations are not already solved for y, you have to do that first. Now, first thing we're going to do is just graph it and see if we can spot our answer. Your answer is going to be where they intersect. And it looks like it intersects there. I have no clue what that is, but it's on my screen. That's the important part. If it's not on your screen, then you probably want to zoom out or whatever it might be. If you want to see it a little bit better, you can do your zoom box. Let me do that just for fun. So I'll press zoom, and I want to choose Z box. And then I want to do an up arrow, left arrow, and I'll put it maybe about right there. I'll press enter one time, and then I'll do a down arrow. I like to see my tick marks on my x-axis. That right there. And then I'll press enter. And it'll zoom in just what I drew a box around. If you have no clue what I just did, then you ought to go watch the video on zooming. 1, 2, I'm guessing 2, 3 is my answer. But let's see. I'm going to do second, trace, and I'm going to choose intersect. So I'll press 5. And it's asking me for first curve, and notice in the upper left-hand corner it says 3x minus 3. That was what I put on y1. So we just press enter on that. And then it's asking us for second curve. And notice up in the upper left-hand corner it says 5x minus 7. That's what we put on y2. So press enter on that. Now for your guess, since we only have one place they intersect, I don't need to worry about the guess. We can just press enter on it. And it tells us the intersection is at 2, 3. And that would be our answer. Okay, let's look at our second one. Now I've got both of these already solved for y, because really that's about the best time to use this technique. Y is equal to 9x plus 1, and y is equal to 2x minus 3. Now my calculator zoomed in, or I did a zoom box, so before I start this problem, I'm going to do a zoom, and I want to choose 6 for Z standard. That sets it back to your standard viewing window. While it's thinking, I'm not going to do anything while those little dashes are going in the upper right hand corner. So now I'll go to y equals. I'll press clear on y1. I'll down arrow to y2 and press clear. Okay, so our first equation, 9x plus 1, I'm going to put on y1. So 9x plus 1. I'll down arrow to y2, and I'm going to put my second equation, 2x minus 3. Now I'm going to press graph, just make sure they intersect somewhere on my display here. And they do. I have no clue what it is. Maybe -1, -4, -5. I don't know. We can again zoom if we want to, but you don't have to. I'm going to do second trace and choose intersect, so I'll choose 5. Enter our first curve, enter our second curve, and if I were to put it in a guess, we enter an x value close to where we think it's happening. Well, I think it's happening at -1. But even then, you don't have to do it. You can just press enter on the guess. And the reason why is because we only have one intersection. Now I'm going to put in -1 just to get us thinking along those lines, because when we're dealing with other more complex problems, then there may be 2 places where they intersect, or 3. So I'll press enter on that. And we get this value right here. And obviously I wasn't right about what it is. These are decimals. We don't want decimals if we can help it. Because if we did by hand, we wouldn't have any decimals. So remember, this is x equals, this is y equals. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to do a second mode, exit out. Then I'll press my X key and math, enter. And that'll change my x value to a fraction. So this is negative 4/7. Now the y value. Y is above your 1, I guess. So I'll do an alpha 1 to get y, and then I'll do math, enter. Again, math, enter always changes whatever you have to fraction form. So this will be negative 29/7. And that would be our answer. And that's solving these by graphing on a TI-84 Plus calculator. And you can see the benefits using the calculator. There's no way I'm going to eyeball this and be able to spot negative 4/7 and negative 29/7. Stupid method by hand, trying to eyeball the intersection. All you could do is come real close, but the calculator will give us the exact answer.